Years ago, I used to work with a guy called Dennis Haley on a demolition. I met Dennis Haley down the Anchor in Bolivage Road, where they all used to go. Jackie Lane, Tommy Green, loads, and they're all big. Dave Brayford, there was all big demo people, and Dennis Haley used to come down there 9 every day, and sometimes he'd bring his son with him. His son was Terry Haley. Terry Haley's my mate now. And Terry Haley found me on YouTube, right? And me and him met like that. And it's, and we talk about his dad quite a lot. And Terry, I'm like his brother, you know what I mean? And when we get together, we have a laugh. And it's like, I miss him a lot, and he misses me a lot because we're both friends. We're both good people, good pals. And when we get together, he would have, he said to me, which is true, that I make his day. We have a laugh, we fight about, like the others are very serious. We ain't like that. We just muck about, and he loves that, and I like it too. And he had to go in hospital, for an operation, and he's been in there now for what, 3 or 4 days, and I miss him, mate, my pal, and it's quite a severe operation. He's okay, everything's sweet. He's had it all done. He's just, he'll be in there for about another week, I suppose, maybe. Then he comes home. He has maybe 3 or 4 weeks convalescent in his home. He won't be able to drive the car. It'd be awkward for him. So we have to relax, just go out in the pool and just like lay down by the pool and get some nice suntan, have a little drink and just relax and have a good time, yeah? Because the operation he had is quite severe. But he pulled through it and he's okay. And I love him, man. I love him to death. It's not fair for me to go and see him because it's a family thing, yeah? They've told me that, leave it as a family thing. So I'll do whatever they say. But I know Terry very well. Terry, maybe when he gets a bit better, because at the minute he's on so much painkillers, that he's on a drip, yeah? He's on so many painkillers that he don't know where he is at the moment. And, once he gets himself together, if he want to see his mate me, I know he will. They say, no, it's with his family, but I know that he'll want to see me. He can't help that, you know what I mean? But today, something really strange happened. I was in Ruislip, yeah, and I was outside of Costa Coffee having a little drink. And I looked over the road and I thought, that can't be, you know what I mean? I had a mate of mine, like Terry Haley. Terry knows this guy. Terry used to have dealings with his son. His son, they're all my friends, yeah, the friends I've grown up with, yeah, or the son has grown up with. The son got to know me because he was a kid when I was a big man, yeah. But now his son's a professional man and owns his dad's company. So I looked across and I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. This guy I've not seen for what, 40 odd years, man. 40 odd years. And we was like brothers, the same with me and Terry. Everywhere I was, he was, yeah. And I worked for him too. And we've had more fights, me and him together, than anybody else. We used to fight all the time down the Anchor, down other clubs. He's the one that was with me when Johnny Bindon down the Cromwellian put me on my arse. That's Danny Williams, yeah? That's how long ago it was, yeah? So anyway, I looked to the road and I thought, no, it can't be, because he's in the Canaries, Grand Canaries. But I thought, I'll shout out. And he looked round and then I knew it was my mate Dan. And he couldn't see me, yeah? He's 8 years of age. He looks really, really good, yeah? He was looking at, he's never had good eyes. When he used to pay me, never had good eyes, you know what I mean? Anyway, so he looked over as if I was nobody, you know what I mean? He just said to his daughter, come and go. And then I walked across the road, I said, Danny Williams. And he looked at me, fucking hell, mate. And he was like, I hugged him, man. And I kissed the top of his head because me and him was like I am with Terry Haley. good pals, and he's only over here for a couple of weeks, yeah. And I don't want to not sit. I mean, we went and had a little drive and had a chat, yeah. But I want to be out, sit down, a bit of dinner with him, and have a good chat. But more so, I want to go have a good chat with Danny and also Terry. You know, when I sort of get the kid, because Terry Haley knows Danny, you know, but not as well as I do, because me and Danny was like close, like me and Terry are, yeah, years ago. And I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Really can't believe it, you know. And it's a shock, you know. It's a shock to see him and see him looking so good. You know, he took me to a wine shop, bought me a bottle of wine. You know what I mean? Which is nice of him. And he said, "Look, I'll have a meet up next week sometime. I'm going to go out and have a bit of dinner." And I was so happy, mate. But I'd be more happy if my mate Terry Haley, he's, you know, he can't really get out because he's on convalescent when he gets back to his place. So he won't be able to come out for a meal, but he will be able to sit around the pool with me and Danny. It'd be so nice for that to happen, because both of these are like my brothers, yeah? And they're both pals of mine that you never get pals like see ever again. They're the only two pals that really I want like that, you know what I mean? And it's crazy, man. It's mad. And as I say, me and Terry, I mean, I see Terry nearly every day of the week, yeah? We have a muck about, we have a punch up and everything. It's a laugh, yeah? And I haven't seen him now for about 3 days. And it's a bit awkward for me. I miss him, man. I miss the kids, you know what I mean? I miss him. He's not a kid, he's a man. Yeah? I miss him so much. He's my pal, isn't he? You know, and he's not far from where I am. He's in the hospital, a couple of miles away from me, 3 miles from me, you know, and I want to go up and see him. So I can't, because it's a family thing, yeah? So it's hard for me, but it's even more hard for me that I've seen Danny today. And Terry always talks about Danny, always talks about him, you know, and it's good. Even when I see Danny Williams today, Danny Williams is saying, "Where's Terry? Where's Terry? We've got to have a meal, we've got to sit down." And I told him about Terry being in hospital. And he was gutted, mate. He was gutted, you know. And I said, you know, it's, you know, I'm going to try, if by the time I've got to see Danny for dinner or for a meal, I'm going to try and get a message up to Danny, to Terry, that me and Danny want to come up and see him. Because I don't want Danny Williams to go back to you know, to Gran Canaries and not talk to Terry, because Terry's, you know, knows Danny from years ago with me and all that, and all pals, yeah, over his dad Dennis as well, yeah. So it's a bit awkward. I know I'm mumbling on about it, but I'm surprised. It was just a surprise to me to see that today, and about my best pal. I can't believe it, you know what I mean? My best mate, all the years, 40 odd years I ain't seen him. You know what I mean? Me and him, you know, we went Gran Canaries. I went in prison, you know, in out of prison, you know, and it makes it even more weird, you know, than anything. That Danny ain't changed. He ain't changed at all. He's still the same Danny. You know, after all them years, he's still exactly the same. You know, I'm so pleased. Anyway, bang bang well, nice one, and you know, it'd be nice for people to wish Terry Haley, my mate Terry Haley's in hospital, all the best, yeah, you know, on your comments, you know, and obviously I'll tell him this, you know, nice one, bang bang well, nice one.